battle athlete.
So if you guys haven't heard, there's this huge controversy going around Dean Takahashi's gameplay video of Cuphead. Dean Takahashi is a professional gaming journalist, and his gameplay of Cuphead shows that he is not the best at video games, or at least not 2D platformers. He spends about the first 2+ minutes of the tutorial not able to make a jump that's clearly labeled to dash to get across. A lot of people are making excuses for this, saying that it doesn't really tell him to do both or combine both actions, but I mean, you could just use your brain and look at it. You gotta stand on the cube to jump and then dash to clear over that cylinder. It's not rocket science, it's just basic puzzle solving. Is it even a puzzle? Are we calling this a puzzle? Dean then proceeds to eventually get through the tutorial after several minutes, and then making it to the first stage, where he spends about 20 minutes not learning that jumping on enemies hurts him. I guess he thought he was playing Mario, or he just, I don't know. I can't make excuses for this shit. Absolutely everybody I've showed this gameplay to has a painful look on their face. Like it hurts for them to watch it. The feeling I got from watching the gameplay is it reminded me of times that I would hand the video game controller to my mom and she would play. Like, that's how bad it really is. Like, I'm not making jokes. Like, I'm serious. Like, that's what it's like when my mom plays games. She just doesn't understand. The difference between my mother playing video games badly and Dean Takahashi playing video games badly is, namely, for one, it's not my mom's fucking profession. My mom doesn't review video games. The other thing is that my mom will admit that she's bad at video games. She won't make okay, well, maybe she will make excuses, actually. I think I remember some time. But she acknowledges how bad she is at them. If you read Dean Takahashi's response to his gameplay video, he doesn't really seem to own up to his skill level or just being bad in general. Blaming the tutorial for not being clear enough, or the fact that he can't damage enemies by jumping on them. And anybody that criticizes him, he labels them with a video game elitist attitude, which I do admit exists, but I don't think that's what's going on here. I'm not saying that if you're bad at video games, you shouldn't play them, or you shouldn't upload footage, or whatever. I'm saying it's different if you're a professional game journalist. I mean, it's pretty bad when they take your footage of you playing Cuphead and put it side by side with a pigeon solving a puzzle of him dragging a box to get to some food, and the pigeon solves it before you do. The tutorial even has it labeled for you. I can't believe... And this isn't even Dean's first time being really terrible at a game. Years ago, he did a Mass Effect review that he actually had to take down when people found out that he didn't spend his skill points. He was running through the entire game without spending any skill points, and he was just trashing the game. He didn't even know to spend skill points. Now, I wish no ill will towards Dean Takahashi or his game journalistic career, but if you're going to be a game journalist, I think there's at least some level of skill that's required to properly review the product. Let me give you guys a perfect example. There was a time that my brother and cousin pranked me by filling a cupcake with ranch dressing. I ate about maybe almost the entire thing before I realized, hey, this cupcake kind of tastes like ranch, and then proceeded to finish the cupcake. If my taste buds are so shitty, I should probably not be reviewing food. McDonald's Dollar Menu Food Review by Battle Athlete. The McDouble and Hot and Spicy are both affordable and delicious. They will fill you up on a cheap budget. Would totally recommend. The real reason I think this is such a big deal to people is that after Donkey's video on game critics and the industry, and events like Gamergate, it kind of puts a spotlight on things like this that shows, you know, who's in the industry and whose opinion should hold weight, and I think it's just kind of a hot topic amongst the gaming community. All I'm saying is if Conan O'Brien's Cuphead gameplay on Clueless Gamer is better than your professional game journalist gameplay, or a pigeon is outthinking you, then maybe you should do something else. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.